Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Let's Tackle Leetcode. Today we're looking at stock options. And I believe what's going on is we are given an array of integers and we have to find the best opportunity to buy and sell. I believe what we should do here is initially try to find the minimum and afterwards try to find a day that comes afterwards that would give us the biggest profit, but I believe that may not always be the case. And it looks like what they want us to do is return the maximum profit, so the difference between the day we buy or the amount that we buy and the amount that we sell. So my first instinct is to do, I'll write these out here, down below, first instinct, moth.min, and then prices, start loop after index of min, and find greatest difference after min. However, that may not always be what's available to us. For instance, I may have the minimum could be at the very end of the array, whereas there could be the second lowest in the middle of the array and a decent size return after that. So instead, I think what I should do is iterate over all of the array. So I think that's going to be an O of n square solution if I do a nested loop. I don't know if that's the best option. Let's find out. I guess what I could do is second instinct for each value of for each day, create a new array, takes that still be O of n? I don't know. I don't know if that's still O of n squared if I'm doing like math.max of a new array. For each day, create a new array. For all after current day. Store. Actually, second instinct is to create an empty array, because what we're going to do here is for each day we're going to create another new array for all the days after the current day, do a math.max on that second array, on store difference in store the max difference, max differences. Okay. I think that second plan is probably going to be what I need to do. All Alright, so let's create constant differences equal, or constant returns equal. Actually, I don't even need to do an array. I can just, if it's greater than or less than this value, then set it to that. So let returns equal, or x return equals 0. The reason why I'm setting it to 0 is because if there is no greater option, or if there is no good option, then it should just still be 0. And then for each day, so what we're going to need to do here is prices dot for each price. I believe what I can do is actually, let's do this price index. That way you can grab the index as well. Prices dot for each index. Actually, if I do for each, then if it hits false, it's going to break out of this. So I don't want to do for each. How do I want to do this? Let's just do a for loop. For let index equals 0, index less than equals to prices dot length minus 1, index plus plus. Actually, minus 2, because we don't need to go to the last index. If we already hit the last index, then we won't be able to do anything, or that would automatically be a case where max return would be 0. So we don't go to minus 2 instead. Now we have to create a new array for all days after the current day. I believe here I need to use splice. Trying to think. That's what Google's for. Right up from. Oh, what's this? Create static creates a new shallow copy array. Right up from. Interesting. An array like. Oh, okay. That you create from array like objects. Interesting. Right up from. I don't think this is quite what I'm looking for. I pretty much want to do a slice, I think. Wait, no, slice, I believe, manipulates the current array, and splice creates a new one, so I'd want to do splice. Let's double check those parameters. And oh, without modifying it, see slice. So splice modify. I had that backwards. Splice modifies the array. Slice creates a new one. Okay. Slice and start. Okay. Const days after equals prices dot slice, and I need to double check this just to make sure if it's the start or if it's one after the start. It's like, so if I do ant, bison, camel, so it includes the, all right, so I need to do index plus 1. Press the step 1. And then let max difference equals math.max, and it would be days after, and if max difference is greater than, actually, hold on. I need to change this. I was about to trip myself up. Max. Actually, I need to do this later. Let's see, max.cell. Return equals cell minus prices index. Now, if return is greater than max return, max return equals the return. Excellent. And then we return max return. All right, so let's walk through this. We create a variable column max return, and then we create a loop going through almost all indices of the array minus the end. And then what we do is we create a an array with all the numbers after the current index, because we can't sell before we buy. And then we find the max integer of that new array. We compare. We find out what the difference would be if we sold based on our current price, and if that's the greatest option that we have available to us, then we set it to max return. Let's find out. That makes sense to me. Accepted. Oh boy. Let's submit it. This is gonna fail. Come on. Oh, time limit exceeded. Oh boy. Oh. Didn't think of a time limit. Why is it so sweet mackerel? 45,000 lines? Okay, now I can understand why the time limit exceeded. Wasn't expecting 45,000 lines of code, or 45,000 lines of days in prices. Oh my. Let's go back to the description. I don't know a better solution to do this. Because that makes sense to me. Maybe it's because we do dot slice and dot max on those arrays that it's too much. Because then we have the return, because I believe it's like, yeah, lines 8 and 9, that might be causing the issue here. Because we're doing two other things with that array. I believe this is only O(n) squared though, so I don't understand why it would be so difficult. Submit again, maybe it was a fluke. Though I'm guessing it's gonna exceed the time limit again. Time limit exceeded again. Alright, that was my solution. I thought that was good, but evidently not. This is gonna bother me if I don't fix it. Oh no. There we go. Alright, let's see what other people did. Well, prices. Okay, so this guy, if prices equals, then that returns 0. Let profit equals 0. Let I equals 0. Okay, so he's prices dot length minus 1. So he's basically just making a loop. Let current prices, I'm guessing, what CP is. Alright. And then let J equal I plus 1. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Oh, that's him creating a second loop. And then, well, J is less than prices dot length. To let SP, I'm guessing that means sale price or sell price. Profit equals math dot max. Profit and SP sell price minus current price. Then J plus plus. I plus plus. Okay, so yeah, he just did a second loop as well. So that seemed like the same option as me. So let's see most votes. For min number dot max safe integer. Okay. Number dot max. Okay. For max equals 0. For I equals 0. I is less than prices dot length. Blah blah. Okay. For min equals math dot max. Okay. Math dot min prices I. Max equal max. Math dot max prices I minus min. I don't really understand this bit. for functions over loops. If profit margin is greater than current max. Okay, let current max profit equals 0. Let min price equals price is 0. I would do a math.min for that because you don't know that's the min price. Prices dot for each price const profit margin equals price minus min price. If profit margin is greater than the current max profit, alright, current max profit equals profit margin. Yeah, that makes sense to me. If price is less than the min price equals price. Okay, yeah, that makes sense to me actually. So he only did it with one loop, and then he just reset his value. Okay. Now I understand. Though I thought if you did a for each and whatever the result was false, it kicks you out of the for each. So that's a problem I faced at one point. Huh. Don't actually need to calculate minimum if you start iteration from the end. What? Keep track of the maximum number of the right subarray at the point. Interesting. Okay. Alright, that's us manipulating the stock market. This is probably illegal if you know the price is 45,000 days in advance. But otherwise, thank you for watching. I see you guys in the next one.